I love springtime. I was born in spring, in May, so I think the spring is a very beautiful time. You know, it's about love, it's about fertility, it's about the passion, and it's about the waking up. So I think we all can agree that the spring is also about the hope. So today I'm going to tell you a story about the one special spring, Kazakh spring. It was special for me, and it turned out that very special not only for me but the whole generation of Kazakhs starting from 2019. So for those who never been to Kazakhstan, don't know what Kazakhstan is and what Kazakh regime is, let me give you a short explanation. The Kazakhstan is a very strong, consolidated autocracy. So limited space for any kind of activity, very strong control of the government of any kind of activity. Whether you're in economy, where you're doing business, if you want to start the NGO or you're doing this civic activism, the government always behind your shoulder, watching, checking. And if you're doing something wrong, they act immediately. So the strategy of the regime, not to impose the repressions all over the society, but to isolate those troublemakers who dare to challenge their power and the presence in economy. So in the past years, we are trying to get in, to make some money. Somebody wants to get a good education and have a good job. But it's quite difficult. There is no space for that. Yeah? You have to show loyalty if you want to take some position related to the government, or like Nagy, if you want to be elected, you have to show political loyal and get into the presidential networks. You have to serve. You cannot be independent actor. And after 30 years, when the family of the first president captured the economy and the political system, and there is no space for the many people, for the 20 million, the young Kazakhs who wants to live a good life. And by the end of his rule, all of us fed up. So how actually the Kazakh Spring started from this point? We all realized that we have to change the regime. There is no way that you can change it through the elections, and there is no way that you can change it by proposing the good, nice ideas and by the building up the dialogue, because they don't want to listen to you. So you should use political means to push the matter. And in the 2019, when the power transition started from the President Nazarbayev, he gave the post of the president to his successor, Tokayev. We used this opportunity because it was a time of a high public expectations for change and the weak legitimacy, because the new president had to reorganize the law enforcement institutions, put his own people, and to make sure that he can take the full control over the system. So having the two guys running the country, the old one and the new one, this created the space for the push for more activism, for more political engagement. This is what exactly we did. So we established a movement, youth protesting movement, Wake Up Kazakhstan. And we proposed very brave, very radical changes. So we went public. We demanded political reform, change of constitution, reducing the power of the president. And frankly speaking, we asked for the regime change by mobilizing the people. People liked us. We became famous. I never used Instagram before, but in one night, I got 4,000 followers, just delivering the short public speech. And we nailed it. So we attracted the many people as we could, especially the young people. There was a university named after the first president, Nazarbayev. Very posh, nice university. You have to pay a lot to study there. And one of the interesting things, alumni of the university, they put the names of our organization during their graduation celebration. So it went viral across all the nation, because the young generation demand change. So we tried to combine the different techniques. We learned a lot. I visited Hong Kong. I met the people. I visited different countries, Ukraine, and other movements, just to understand what could work in a space of with limited pluralism and what is not. So we proposed developed reform plan for the country. Young people, not older generation politicians or activists, but the young people. Then we went to mobilize the people through the social networks. We became, everywhere, in every phone, literally. So at that time, the regime were controlling the traditional legacy media, and were not prepared for such activity in the social media. And the third, we used the art. So how to explain, how to make the politics attractive for the young generation, or for those who are not engaged or don't have any understanding of politics, through the art. So we became, as you said, all of you, sexy. So politics became sexy, protesting became sexy in Kazakhstan. And so we became a problem for the regime. So with all our activism, with all our media attention, and local and foreign repressions come. I never imagined in my life that my government will spend $1,000 to hack my phone with a Pegasus. So I was among the few people in the country whose phone was hacked. And it went again public when the Apple company issued a statement saying that your phone is compromised, and there is a few people from the Kazakhstan. So again, I became popular. Huh? But there is another part of this, you losing your privacy. So in Kazakhstan, I don't have privacy. They know with whom I'm dating, they know where I'm going, they know everything. They even know, what kind of plans I'm trying to build up or cooperation with other people. So it became very, very, very difficult for us. But what we could achieve, we achieved the serious changes. We gave the belief to the society that they can go on the street, that they claim their place in this political system, and they fight for their rights. And I think that our activism resulted to the January 22 uprisal in Kazakhstan. It's finished really bad for us. More than 200 people were killed by the order of the president at that time on the streets. But we gave the belief and the hope that we can change one day. And I wanted to say you that the winter doesn't last forever. There will be another spring, another time. So we have to learn and we have to suffer. This is the only way that we can get stronger. So whatever you're gonna face in your countries, especially in these countries when you don't have rule of law, and when you feel that you're isolated, don't be afraid. Stay on your ground, be ready to fight, and maybe, if you're lucky, you will win one day. Thank you.